guys, welcome back to episode 7 of Horror Hotties. I'm Bex J. I'm here with Lars and Bella, and we this week have been reviewing the 1977 version of Halloween, directed by John Carpenter. So thanks for tuning in, you guys. Welcome back. All right, guys, we are back. So, we're all dressed up today. I, myself, am a kinky kitten.
And we have Crubella DeVille over there.
Yeah.
Oh, Crubella.
Looking all freaking fashionista over here, though. And then what in the heck are you?
Yeah, what?
What is going on here?
I'm a creature of the night.
Whatever that
Oh,
is.
I almost didn't recognize you.
I do like the ears, though. They're so cute.
Thanks.
Okay, you guys. So, again, this week we did the 1977 Halloween. Now, this movie actually is based in 1963 in the film, where 6-year-old Michael Myers brutally murders his 17-year-old sister. After being institutionalized for 15 years for his sentencing, he actually escapes and gets out and starts to terrify the town of Haddonfield, Illinois.
Uh-oh.
So, let's go on ahead and play the trailer for you, and then we'll get to chatting about the movie.
Halloween night. A small American town. 15 years ago. Michael? Halloween.
I spent 8 years trying to reach him, and then another 7 trying to keep him locked up because I realized that what was living behind that boy's eyes was purely and simply evil. I think he'll come back.
Exploring uncharted territory.
And totally charted.
Just talk.
Sure. The only reason she babysits is to have
Halloween.
Okay, Linda. Come on out. Halloween. The night he came home.
Welcome back to Horror Hotties. So before we get into our thoughts about the movie and my trivia questions,
Yay!
spoiler alert!
Spoiler alert!
If you haven't watched the movie already, go watch it. And
Not yet, though.
Yeah, come back and hang out later.
Yeah, come back and talk about the movie with us. So, are you lovely ladies ready for some trivia questions?
I'm ready.
Let's
if
do
you
this.
Are you
I am
guys
ready.
ready? Try to play along, see if you know any of my questions.
Yes, let's go.
Okay. First question.
Challenge accepted.
How many movies are in the Halloween franchise?
Do we do a countdown?
7, 11, 12, or 18?
Oh my gosh.
Do you
I feel
know?
like it's been going on forever.
I know.
Oh my
That
gosh.
depends on, is it just the John Carpenter Halloween movies, or is this the Rob Zombie included?
Yeah, does the new one count?
It does count.
Okay.
And so this movie, the first one came out in 1977, so we have like almost 30 years or so
Oh my god.
of
30 years of Scream Queen.
Yeah,
Jamie Lee
so-
Curtis.
Take your wild guess.
I'm definitely going to go with 12 because the higher the number, the more realistic it sounds to me.
You know, I think you said 11 and 12, and then you said the Rob Zombie one counts.
Yeah.
So I feel like the 11 is a trick. I'm going with 12.
Oh my gosh, you guys got it right. There are 12 movies in the Halloween franchise, including the brand new one
That just came
that
out.
just came out. So I had to make a little adjustment on my notes. I was like, oh, wait, no, it's 12.
You're
Yeah.
like, I was 11 up until a few weeks ago. Okay.
Yeah. Have you seen them all?
I'll be honest, I just need to follow Bex. Come on.
Yeah.
She's like the
Oh
queen
my
of
gosh,
horror.
stop it. No, I've seen them all, but I don't remember them all. I did just watch the new one as well, which, you know, we don't have to talk about today, but I did enjoy.
And
But
next,
yeah, I've
next
definitely
week is
seen
Rob
them.
Zombie, right?
Yes, and so that's really interesting that we're going to be doing the Rob Zombie version next week.
Yeah, I've seen a handful of them, but I don't think all of them.
There's just so many.
There's-
I mean, there's 12. That's a
Are
lot
they
of
all
movie.
good though? Like,
They're not terrible. They're watchable.
okay,
They're like
Watchable.
watching the Friday the 13th movies. That's same expectation.
okay,
Have
gotcha.
the same expectation.
All right, gotcha.
Next
Okay.
question.
Next question. Michael Myers' infamous creepy mask is actually a transformed $2 Halloween mask. Which character of the mask was it originally supposed to be?
Ooh. Do you know this one?
Which character of the mask?
Who did they use for the muse of the
Is
mask?
this like an Easter egg to another movie?
No.
Wouldn't say quite.
Okay,
No,
do you
no.
want some guesses? So it can either be Captain Kirk, Richard Nixon, Spock, or Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood's a good guess.
Does Michael Myers look like Clint Eastwood?
Like you never know what he really looks
It's a
like
mask of
under that
another
mask.
actor.
Yeah.
I feel like that's throwing some shade.
No,
Clint Eastwood, we're gonna make you the killer here.
I definitely saw that spoiler on TikTok a few weeks ago, so I'm gonna go with Captain Kirk, but I'm not entirely sure.
Okay.
I'm going with
I just don't know if Richard Nixon makes sense.
Well, think about like how many people did like the Trump and Obama masks for Halloween. Like, I feel like there was probably a clearance rack.
Right?
President Nixon, and someone's like, oh yeah.
Political
Throw it
innuendo
in.
in there.
We'll mess it up a little bit. It'll be fine.
Okay, so do you have a guess? You think it's Richard Nixon?
I'm going with Nixon.
Okay, well that's sorry, Bella, but that's wrong. Bex, you got it right. It was supposed to be Captain Kirk. So what they actually did is they got the mask, they cut the eye holes bigger, and they painted it, dyed and teased the hair, and we have the iconic
And we have the
mask.
Michael mask.
Yes.
What a cheap DIY. What can we do, guys? We need a mask last minute. Hold on. Tease his hair a little bit. All right.
Well, you got 2 out of
Perfect.
my 3 questions.
Come
so
on,
you're
like
on a
little
roll.
Michael Myers, he just got out of this institution for the first time in 15 years. Like, he didn't have a credit card.
Right? The makeshift mask.
Homeboy's
Okay.
like going to the dollar store and stealing a mask.
Oh my god.
Do we know where he got the mask? Is that in the first movie?
I don't think so. I don't remember seeing that in the John Carpenter movie. I know in the Rob Zombie movie it's a little bit different, but we'll talk about that next.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Okay. And last question. They have. Oh wait. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. All right. The original title.
Oh God,
for Halloween. It wasn't always gonna be named Halloween.
Was it going to be named Captain Kirk?
No.
Captain Kirk stabs.
No. All right. So your options are The Babysitter Murders, Michael's Revenge, Halloween Night, or The Halloween Stalker.
Oh, those are good ones. This is one I really don't know. Can you read them again?
Babysitter Murders, Michael's Revenge, Halloween Night, or The Halloween Stalker. They all kind of fit.
I know they all really do fit, because he does murder the babysitter. I mean, that's kind of his game.
Yeah, the sister and then the other woman.
If I had to
Lori.
guess, I'd go with the babysitter title or Halloween Night, but yeah, I'm gonna go with babysitter because that just sounds way more horror cliche.
Babysitter killer. But I'm gonna go Michael's Revenge because I feel like that sounds like a series.
That sounds like an actual title to me.
Well, it's not.
She's like, it's not.
It's Bex, you were right again. Babysitter Murders.
Really?
That was gonna be the original title.
Can you just give me one? Like,
I'm just
sorry.
sorry. No, I don't just give them away. This
You
isn't
guessed
a charity.
Richard Nixon.
throw me a bone.
Richard Nixon. Come on. Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, that's all my questions for this week. Good job, Bex. Sorry, Bella, you lose.
Spoiler alert again. I'm gonna get all the questions right in the future.
Okay, so
You actually had a couple other really cool facts that I think you should share about the movie. You did a little bit more of the background research this week, so
Okay.
if you want to share a few, what did you find out?
well, kind of going back to the $2 Halloween mask, the movie actually only had a $325,000 budget.
Really?
Which is
Wow.
nothing.
That's
really
nothing.
I mean, does that even cover the salaries and the
It
costumes?
doesn't cover much. Doesn't cover the costumes, actually. All the actors had to provide their own costumes. So Jamie Lee brought her own outfits, which she did amazing on.
Yeah, I would say
Wow.
her outfits in the movie were very comfortable, but definitely like wearable and realistic. They're for the times,
She did
I
a
would
good
say.
job.
Collared shirt, long sleeve.
Yeah.
But then, the no padded bra kind of look, Always got to get that.
So they had very low budget. Actually, the second Halloween had a $2.5 million budget. So, they're like, wow, this
Wow.
movie did great.
Hop, skip, and a leap?
Yeah, and then Rob Zombie's movie was $15 million.
So just to compare,
Wow.
that is ridiculous.
Yeah,
That is
so
a ridiculous
If we have any
difference.
judgments on the original movie for being corny and
Save
kind
it.
of low, come on, they couldn't really do much with what they had.
Yeah.
So
Comparatively speaking.
yeah, I don't even know what the new movie was. We should look that up. So they had a $2 mask, which paid off.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I mean, it created 12 movies.
Yeah. And they actually had, they were filmed in California during the summertime, but the movie takes place on Halloween. So they actually had bags of leaves that they hand painted, and they would scatter them on the ground for each scene. And then they would regather them to reuse them. That's how
Oh my
how
gosh.
skippy they had to be about it.
They're like, no, we can't afford leaves, you guys.
Yeah, it's like, we can't leave any leave.
These are
like,
special hand-painted fake prop leaves, or maybe they were real leaves
Funny.
that they were using. They're like,
Yeah.
we cannot lose any of these. Every
Right.
single one accounted for.
I'm just imagining the secondary characters when they're not on camera, they're just back there painting leaves.
It's like you missed one. We have to get all the leaves. Okay.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh. That's interesting.
Yes. And then the other budget cut, or the other corner they had to cut for the budget, was the movie, The Myers House, was an abandoned house when they got it. So all that debris, the decay, everything was already
real.
there.
That was authentic.
I love
Yes.
that.
And then actually for the first scene of the movie, when Michael's a kid and the house is all put together, that was actually the last scene that they filmed because they painted it, cleaned it up, and then shot in a way that it didn't get any of the, mess.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
That's really cool. Can we just talk about the scene where Michael comes in, though, when he's 6, and that intro is a puppet hand? It's very obvious that it is not a child's hand.
Right.
But he's looking through the little mask holes, and then you just see this fake little hand, like, try to stab his naked sister.
that really confused me. I thought it was supposed to be a doll. I was like, am I watching Chucky right now? It didn't look...
Oh yeah, the ice thing.
It just didn't look realistic.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? I'm like, the beginning of the movie I feel like is super, super important, but that was just funny to me. I'm like...
Well, like, you can't even tell the sister's being stabbed. She's just, like, screaming and, like...
She falls over out of
Boobs
the
are
chair.
everywhere.
Yeah, they just cut the actual stabbing out.
There's no blood.
And then you just
don't
see
the
the-
blood squirt.
Yeah, very cheesy, very corny, but again, it was made in the 70s. Like, give them a break. Like,
It was like the forced kill scene that I wasn't like hiding behind Bex for.
Yeah, we can't afford pig's blood, so let's just no show blood. No show. How cool. But yeah, no, I thought that scene was really corny. And then can we also talk about the first kill scene where Michael's in the back seat and he just goes and he's choking, oops, I'm spilling. He's choking this girl out and she's just making the most dramatic faces. Like, her facial expressions had me dying. Like, very, I guess, best kill scene for me.
and she's just flailing, kind of. She's not, like, reaching back, trying to stop him. She's not even reaching for her own neck. She's just, like...
She's just contortioning in the front seat, and then she's just making these faces, and you're like...
She wants to die. She's scared. She's had enough.
She wasn't expecting a man in her back
She's
seat.
like, I'm done. Just take me.
Every woman's biggest fear, a man in the back seat of the car.
Oh, my gosh.
And then there was the other scene, again, guys, bunch of spoilers that we talk about here, where the douchey boyfriend gets murdered, and he puts him up on the wall, and he stabs him, and then he steps back, and he's like,
I love
stare
that.
at you.
Yes,
I'm staring at you, and that's all I'm doing.
He was admiring him. He was like, you look good up there.
Yeah, like, maybe I move you. Maybe I don't. Maybe I just leave you there.
Yeah. The movie was super kind of cheesy, low budget, obviously. It wasn't super gory and stuff, but it was super eerie with the music. First of all, that kind
the music. The music is what makes the movie.
Yes, and
sure.
also there was a lot of scenes where it's just kind of drawn out. So like in the beginning when Laurie's walking down the street and Michael just over the shoulder shot and he's just heavy breathing, that scene goes on for like 2 minutes of just her walking away. Like it's so drawn out, and that's what makes it so creepy.
Yeah.
And like the scene you were just talking about when he kills Bob, he's just looking at him for like a minute.
And you're like, what are you staring at, man? Like,
that part really scares. Like that's the creepiest part to me. Is
that shows the monster in him that the doctor talks about, because that's another big character is the doctor in the series, and he has this weird obsession with Michael. And so he's, watching him or trying to find him and, understand why he's come home or whatever the thing is, as you watch the series and watch that unfold. But Michael is just empty inside, and that's what they focus a lot on in the movie. And I think that's what maybe made it scary for its time.
Maybe that's why he has like a blank mask.
Emotionless.
To like show that.
He has no emotion, the dark eyes, the black eyes that they talk about, the death eyes. Like, there's nothing there. No soul, no nothing.
Yeah, he basically created the rule, like the number one rule of horror movies is don't have sex.
Or you will die. Yeah, those are the rules.
But Halloween also kind of like changed the trend a little bit to make women, like instead of playing the victim, they're the hero. Like Jamie Lee Curtis plays the hero.
She lived.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
She survives. She
Yeah.
necessarily
She made it.
live.
She's not living her life. To
She's
the
not
full.
living.
She's not living, but she lived. She's alive. She ain't
Just
dead.
barely though. Like she barely made it. Like she had a few chances there. Like I know it's just if it doesn't happen, like there's no movie. But every time one of the characters kills the killer, they don't double check that he's dead.
Or they don't look back.
Yeah, they
Like-
just like turn around and like walk away, act like there's no way that he'll wake back up.
Right? She's standing in the hallway and you just see him sit up and she's still staring the opposite direction.
You know,
like,
maybe that's why Michael Myers was staring, because he was watching that guy, like, making sure he was dead for a few minutes.
Maybe he knew. Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna make sure you're dead.
he does actually typically always go back and make sure that you are dead before he leaves your body. Like, that's the one thing that I have noticed about some of his kill scenes, especially in the newer movie too. He will walk away from you, but then he will come back and make sure that you stop breathing. Like, he's like, no. And then he leaves your body. So that's something that I've kind of noticed, for sure. But yeah, I'm definitely excited to review the Rob Zombie version next week. That's going to be really fun. I know the Rob Zombie version is a lot more of the boo scary kind of sick, sadistic, and then the budget obviously a lot higher than the originals, or maybe even this. Honestly, all of them, I want to say. So, I mean, Rob Zombie is definitely a really big guy in the horror industry as well. So that'll be really interesting to watch that movie this next week. But did you guys have any other thoughts on the movie you wanted to share?
I did. Actually, I found that Jamie Lee Curtis is actually Janet Leigh's daughter, who starred in the 1960s Psycho.
Ooh,
So,
fun
and
fact.
Halloween was actually inspired a lot from Psycho. Like the way that it was filmed and like the brutal killings was new for the time. And yeah, Jamie Lee is her daughter. So.
Yeah, that makes sense. And when you actually, I don't know if you guys have seen Psycho, but yeah, no, the filmography and everything is very, very similar to Halloween. So that definitely, that rings true.
Yeah, so it was like an honor.
Well, that's actually a question I had. Did you guys notice any other Easter eggs to other movies?
I don't know, because it was such, like, it's one of the original.
Yeah.
Trilogy, yeah.
I want to say when I was rewatching it, I did, but I can't think of any off the top of my head. Usually they flash like a book or something, and like they bring in another character. Like I think you mentioned last week. But no, on this one, I don't think I remember any.
What about in the past movies we've watched? Have past movies had Easter eggs to this
Oh.
movie?
Ooh.
Because, I mean, this movie was like an original, like, laying down some of the laws.
Well, definitely in Scream. They're watching Halloween in Scream. So that's definitely a big Easter egg, you know, and that's where Randy comes up with his rules, you know, don't have sex or you will die. Don't disappear, don't go off by yourself. Like, that all comes from, you know, Michael Myers or Freddy or Jason. So that whole, I don't know, I guess those all spin-off characters are very similar to me. Those movies are all very similar, especially for the time. So.
Oh, let's see. Oh, yeah, I was going to say when, I don't remember her name, she like spills something on her clothes, like it's just a little bit of water, and she has to completely strip down. Like
She strips down in the kitchen.
She spills like a drop on herself, and she's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna take it all off." And Michael's like, "Mm-hmm, there we go."
There was a lot of, like, unnecessarily, like, sexualized pieces of that movie.
Right.
Like
Even some that I did not appreciate, but I will not mention.
What, the boobs at the beginning? The sister?
I wish that was it, but the boobs make the movie, I feel like. I feel like a lot of the male species got into that movie for that very first 30 seconds for the girls.
Caught their attention, yeah.
They're just boobies everywhere, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, we
then
didn't
every
need
horror
the
movie.
17-year-old sister to be, like, boobs out. Like, come on, make her 18 at least.
I know, in the description, you know. But we'll skip over that for the time, I guess.
Also, another super cheesy part is when Michael's like breaking through the closet to get Lori, and it takes him like 5 minutes to break in the closet.
And this man has been chasing her for how long now? But it takes him 15 minutes to go in these dinky closets.
He's just in there like going like this, and she's just like, when is he gonna get me? And then he like looks at her, he's like,
grabs hanger.
and she pokes him in the eye, and he's just like, for like another 10 minutes. It's like, come on, you would get over it quicker than that.
When you're Michael Myers. Come on.
Yeah, it was kind of drawn out and
Escaping the closet, not my favorite scene. Coming out of the closet, not my favorite.
The coming out scene.
yeah, it was a little cheesy, you know.
Favorite character? Anybody have a favorite character?
Michael.
Michael. Yeah, Michael's my favorite too.
I like him. He's just kind of slow. Other than that, he's a pretty cool guy.
Yeah, he's slow, but he's not. He always manages to get where he needs to be.
Yeah, he can take she like drew a nail or something like right into his neck.
Yeah, she stabbed him in the neck.
Yeah, and he lived.
Yep. Well, he like falls behind the couch. She's like, "Okay, you're dead. Not gonna check."
JK.
Walks away, and then he chases him upstairs. Yeah, not the best, but not the worst. I mean, when you give them the budget and new actors and actresses, they did their best.
I just remembered something that I really liked actually.
What is it? Tell us.
Like Michael has a sheet over his head, and he looks like a cute little ghost. I thought it was really cute. He's just like walking in with a sheet over his head, and she's just like,
when he
That could be an Easter egg, right?
when he goes to kill the couple when they're having sex.
I thought Ghost Michael.
Well,
was
after
cute.
he's already killed the boyfriend, but he walks in and she's like, "Are you messing with me?" He's all,
He's just like silent.
"You don't even know you're about to die." You just imagine what's going through this man's head in silence because he never speaks. So he's just like you don't know. That's also kind of a scare factor. Is like you don't know what he's thinking. You don't know what he looks like.
You do know what he looks
At
like.
the end of the first
You
one.
do know what he looks like. Actually, I had a little debate going on with myself. I was trying to find this fact. Actually, I watched a couple videos, and they said that 5 people played Michael in the first movie.
In the first one alone.
Just one.
Just the first movie, 5 different people played. But I also found that there was 3 people or 7 people, so I'm actually not sure. So if anyone at home knows, help us out. What's the truth?
Yeah, tell us in the comments
Yeah.
if you've got anything.
They said that there was a woman played him in parts of the scene.
I almost wonder if it was like whoever was backstage that day that like
Yeah.
didn't need to be in
Right.
hair and makeup.
Whoever could stand in at the time, because you don't see him. Except I wrote down someone that played him. Tony Moran was the face that you saw when he took off his mask for just a moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you just get that quick glimpse and then it's done. So, yeah, I'm really excited to be doing the Rob Zombie one next week. Though I'm
That'll be
excited to
good.
talk about the differences purely in just not just budget, but acting styles and blood and gore, all of it. So I'm thoroughly excited for that movie.
So apparently the Rob Zombie one picks up after the first movie, so it like disregards the rest of the series, takes in a different direction.
It shows you Michael growing up. So we're definitely a little bit more interested in seeing that backstory.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah.
unanswered questions in the first movie. So
Yeah, we're excited for that. So make sure you guys like, follow, and subscribe because that is going to be an episode you don't want to miss for sure. And also, happy Halloween, you guys.
Halloween.
It's coming up soon. I'm so excited. Do you guys know what you're going to be for Halloween?
I don't. I always do it last minute. I'm one of those people that procrastinates until the last minute, and then I come up with something super cool.
I'll be in
I
the
know
Halloween
you have
store
like
day of.
everything in your closet.
Oh,
I'm sure.
I'm basically dressed up for Halloween every day. Like it's almost a costume daily. So.
You should like dress up as like a girly girl.
Oh.
Come to my closet.
Oh yeah. Can I borrow something?
Yeah,
I don't
put on
think
some
you're-
red.
That would be cute. We could dress up as each other for Halloween.
Oh my god.
I'm going to be the Headless Horseman's mistress or concubine, if you will. I'm excited for that one. I ordered a whole outfit, so hopefully it comes in time. I hope it comes in time. I'll be real disappointed, but I'll wear it for the show for sure. So you guys will get to see it. What are you gonna be?
I'm gonna be something really scary.
Ooh, what? Are you gonna surprise us?
It's not gonna be scary, is
It's gonna be
it?
so scary.
It's not
It's
scary.
gonna be so scary. Ready for guys? I'm gonna be a bride.
Oh, that's terrifying.
What's scary?
That
than
is
commitment?
marriage scares the crap out of me, honestly.
Commitment? No, thank you. Men? No. What kind of bride are we talking about here?
Just a bride.
Corpse bride? Or we already
Like I'm
deceased?
going to scare away every man at this party.
Oh, okay. Good. We like that.
Maybe.
We like that.
Hopefully.
That's a little better, right? All right, guys. Well, make sure to tune in next Monday. Again, follow us on horrortv.com, horrortv/facebook.com, I think think is the Facebook page. Correct me if I'm wrong. The links will be there for you guys. But yep, we go live every Monday still. And again, next week we're going to be doing the Rob Zombie Halloween. And I believe that one came out in 2007. So 30-year difference.
A little bit of an update there.
A little bit, a lot. That's like, yeah, no, that's 30. That's older than me for sure.
Yeah, and like millions of more dollars available.
So yeah, we're excited for that one, guys. So stay tuned, and we will see you soon.
Bye.
Cheers, ladies.
Cheers.